Hello, good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are and whatever time of day it is. Very, very welcome. I put on my best shirt for you because I feel like celebrating. I don't know why, but it feels like something huge is about to happen or just has happened. So I'm in a very cheerful mood. I hope I can somehow radiate it onto you, but maybe you are cheerful as well. Because if you do the MIR-Method, you will be cheerful more and more, so that's good. If you have a heart full of fun and love, then that's what you radiate, so I hope you are smiling just like me. If you have some trouble, if you have health issues, then maybe your smiling is not as much, or you are depressed, that's possible too. But please let me inspire you and show you what it will be like when you can let all this depression and sadness flow off your shoulders. Because then your life will be so much lighter and your heart will be so much more cheerful. So that's why I'm smiling all the time. Sometimes I'm serious, but most of the time I'm cheerful. I don't know if you're used to looking at me like that, because when I do the instruction video on the MIR-Method website, I'm very serious and scientific. But in my private life, I'm usually quite giddy and cheerful. All right. We have lots of viewers from all around the world. I'm very curious where you live. Are you from America, Australia, New Zealand, from Austria, Czechia? Are you from the Netherlands or Belgium, Europe, Asia? Where are you from? So if you want to show me afterwards on the English website, MIR-Method.com, and you look at the page /together, maybe you will want to write there where you are from. Maybe you're from Switzerland or Germany, France. So I wish you really heartfelt welcome. Und vielleicht für die Menschen, die alle Deutsch sprechen, auch sehr, sehr herzlich willkommen in dieses Webinar. Et pour les Français, pour les gens qui parlent français, la bienvenue et grosse bise. Je ne suis pas sûre si je peux dire ça, mais grosse bise pour toi. Ok. Let's do the webinar. I'm going to show you a presentation that deals with child pain, the emotional pain that you have suffered as a child, which is very basic and very important for your health. I saw this video of a psychiatrist, and he said every illness, he had a practice for more than 25 years, every illness that comes within people stems from the childhood. So it's in the very early ages from your life that people suffer emotional issues, and that causes diseases later on. That means if you have an ailment or a disease at the moment and you are able to wipe out the child pain, it will start to heal your disease or ailment. So that's very good news. And the MIR-Method is one of the tools you can use for that. So I'm very glad that it's available for you. All right, let's have a look. Here's the presentation. Very special welcome to all the people that use the MIR-Method. I call you mirrors, which means that you radiate what you want to see back in the world. So if you want to have a world full of harmony and peace and happiness, that's what you radiate, because you are the mirror. And then people will start looking at you and they will go like, oh, I like that man, or I like that woman. I want to be like her or him. And then people start to change, because that's how it works. So when you work on yourself and you start to be happy, that's what you radiate, and that's what you will see back in your environment. Special welcome for the MIR-Method coaches. Thank you for doing the work of muscle testing and finding out what are the deep root issues with your clients. And I'm very happy that you wanted to do the education that I taught to be able to work with clients and to find out very, very quickly and very deeply what is disturbing, what is the real cause of the diseases. So thank you for your wonderful work. And if you are new here, so if this is your first time that you join this webinar, very welcome. And I hope you will feel the strong effect of doing this MIR-Method together as a group, because it works much stronger this way. So very welcome. When we do the MIR-Method in a group, this is the scientific work of Lynn McTaggart. Then there's a stronger feeling of connection. So all our hearts are connected now. And this is scientifically proven. So we can do this worldwide. We can connect with our hearts, which is amazing, actually. When you think about it, it's like, whoa, we humans are so strong and powerful. And we're so intuitively clever that we can actually connect to each other, no matter how far away you are. Great, huh? The MIR-Method will work stronger when we do it as a group, and the group work will have a larger effect on the surroundings. So this will have effect on your family, your partner, your friends, your at work, your community, the village or city where you live. So we are actually healing. We're helping the world to heal. We are doing our own little part. And all these other methods, people that are meditating, or the Heart Math Institute with people that are all together doing these meditations from the heart, they also work on healing the world. And we notice that the frequency of the world is rising, and it's rising rapidly. So we are really going towards a wonderful era on this earth, never seen before. There was a little bug on my arm. I hope you are okay. I do these webinars every other week, and I hope it will do you good. So within 2 weeks there will be no webinar, because I will have an interview with a Dutch lady, but I will also have an interview with a man from New York. So America. So there's somebody who wants to interview me, and I will tell you in the newsletter when this interview will take place. So that's going to be interesting. So I'm going to be in contact with Americans. Nice. Well, when you look at the immune system, it's very important to be relaxed, to detox, to have healthy food and water, and to be cheerful, because that's very good for your immune system. And what I'm going to look at now is how to relax your state of mind and how to be cheerful. And that's what you realize, what you can achieve when you work on the child pain. I'm going to talk about this now. You can see here several causes of child pain. And the first one is hunger. So if you were a baby that didn't have enough food, or your mother didn't give you breast milk, or the breast milk was not of a good quality, or maybe you were born in the war and there was no food, so you had lots of hunger, then to feel hungry and not having it that need met, so you needed the food but it didn't come, that causes a very, very deep disturbance in your system. And the disturbance is, I am going to die. So for a baby, that's life-threatening, very, very harsh. So it's totally scary not to have food, not to have the nourishment you need. Totally scary. So if you have had that situation as a baby, or if you, let me just say this. So if you were a baby and didn't have the food that felt like life-threatening, it's totally scary. This gives a kind of fear that deeply roots into your system and that will be with you the rest of your life unless you deal with it, unless you go into therapy or you do something like the MIR-Method, and you can get it out of your system. But this feeling of dying, that's what I'm aiming at, because that's the root cause. The same thing goes when you are not touched as a baby. So if you are not stroked or touched or held lovingly, that also gives a feeling of dying, because there were these orphanages in Romania. The children were fed and they were taken care of with cleaning the diapers, but they were not touched, they were not cuddled. And then all these children died within 2 months. So when little small children are not caressed, touched at all, when they are not held or cuddled, that really causes them to die. So not being touched is life-threatening. So if you were not cuddled or caressed as a baby, that gives a sense of total fear of dying. And that also goes really deep into your system. This by itself can cause illness, diseases, addictions. So it will have a multiple variety of illnesses that can come from it. The same goes for stress. When you are a little, how do you say it, embryo, or when you're like a totally little child inside the belly of your mother in the womb, and the mother has stress, like your mother is in a war zone, or she's in a situation with abuse with a very aggressive husband, then that stress goes into you as a child. You feel that. So it's a totally fearful situation. There is a film made by Kathleen Gyllenhaal. You see her name here on the website or on this presentation. The film is called In Utero, which means in the womb. It comes from 2016. You can see clips from it on YouTube. Please do so, because it's very impressive. And it tells about how deeply the experiences of the mother, what she experiences, goes straight into the baby. So you can really feel anxiety or fear or stress when you are in the womb. And this causes you to be really fearful when you grow up in life. And that means that as an adult, you can maybe have a response to situations as if it is life-threatening. So when your boss is angry at you, or he says something with a loud voice, then you may feel like, I'm being choked, or so you totally go silent inside yourself, or you feel like I'm being murdered. It feels really that strong because of the early feelings you had as a child. And it's very important that you realize that it's child pain. And now you are an adult. It doesn't bother you anymore. It is child pain. It's not now. It's not reality now. So that is something that needs to be disconnected. What happened to you as a child is no longer here and now present. It was in the past. So taking this apart is a very important piece of the therapy that people need to heal themselves. You can also look at the generation to generation. So when your parents, father or mother, or way more back, had experience like disasters or war, that can be passed on to you. So I'm asking you, do you have child pain? How do you know that you have child pain? Well, the answer is almost everybody has child pain. And you can notice that by having no memory. Don't remember what happened in your childhood. You have no recollection of experiences or things that happened to you. You don't know. That can be a clue that you have child pain. Maybe you have a sad face. Maybe your eyes are like drooping and you go through life a bit like this with your mouth going down. And maybe people said it to you. Oh, you look so sad. That's when there's like an inner child inside you that has all this sadness inside. That can be a clue that you have child pain. Maybe you were in a war or you experienced disaster. Like there was this hurricane, remember in New Orleans, America, all this flooding of the whole area, the people that had to leave their houses. that's a disaster. And it does something to your grounding, so to your feeling of safety. In the Netherlands, we had also flooding in 1953, so a long time ago. But the parents of people still remember, so that can be transferred onto you. And in Ireland, there was a famine in 1845 till 1852, like 7 years long. There was a famine. People were starving, no food. 1 million people died in Ireland, and 1 million people fled the country. Well, lots of these Irish people went to America. So it may be that your ancestors experienced this famine and had to flee the country. And that can be brought onto you if you have ancestors from Ireland. So you can look at that. All this can cause child pain because it gives such an unsafe feeling inside you. So what you need to do is break these family line traumas, and you can do this by using the MIR-Method. There are many methods and therapies you can use for this, but you can also use the MIR-Method. And specifically in step 3 is when that happens. So detached mother, detached father, that's when you break the family line traumas, which means you don't pass it on to your children anymore. You know this feeling of fight, flight, and freeze, those primitive ways of responding. So when you fight, you snap to your husband, and again, you didn't put the cap onto the toothpaste. Again, I told you so many times. So you go snap at somebody. That comes from child pain. It means I feel disrespected, I don't feel loved, I don't feel safe, and I can notice that by the toothpaste because you don't put on the cap. So there's something very strong behind it. When you respond from an adult way, you will say, oh, you forgot the cap on the toothpaste again. Or you just notice it's not on there and you just take the cap and put it on the toothpaste. And you go to your husband and you hug her or him. Nothing about it. Well, that's my husband. He always forgets it. I just put it on. So there is a very adult way of responding, and there's a child way of responding. When you snap at somebody, that's child pain. When you flee a discussion, when you run away, when you leave a meeting, you are frightened or you are hurt and you go away, that's a child response. So you flee, it's a flight reaction. And when you freeze, when there's a meeting and the boss says something and you go like, you just close up, you don't know what to say, that's a child response. And what I'm inviting you to become is more adult and notice that your boss is not murdering you, it's not a life-threatening situation, and you can be the strong adult that you are and respond calmly. Maybe you say, oh, I'm overwhelmed by all the information now, I need some time to think about my response. Can I please come back to you tomorrow with my response? So that would be an adult way of responding. Yeah? So then you notice that there's a difference between the child pain and to be able to respond as an adult. All right. When we do a personal MIR-Method, the MIR-Method coaches, they know how to do this. They have been trained by me to use muscle testing and to find out where exactly was the root cause of the child pain. They can, for example, find out that the root cause is during the conception, which means the moment the father and the mother come together and they make a baby, that's the moment that the issues from the father or the mother can come into the child, and also from previous generations can come into the child. That's a moment that you can be fearful as a child. And what we do is when we start using the muscle testing, we can talk to our subconscious, which is in contact with your subconscious. That's the moment that we can address the pain and we can make it go away with using the MIR-Method. The MIR-Method coaches always have a golden question, which is, do I need to know more to be able to treat? So do I have enough to treat? Because if you have enough information, if you know the subconscious of you and me, they know what the child pain is, then you can take it away. You don't need to know it in here, in your head. You don't need to know exactly what happened, but the subconscious knows, and then you can take it away. This is so good. I love this, how this works. We don't need to go through psychotherapy for 5 years. You can actually muscle test it, pinpoint it, and then take it away. So, yeah, I love this. It's so good. This is the MIR-Method is not the only method or therapy that can do this, but I'm just happy that this element is in there. And you don't want to go digging into previous lives. I mean, what happened in the Middle Ages, you don't want to be there. You don't want to look back at all the torturing that went on and the way people were treated. You don't want to see that again. So I don't like too much therapies that go digging into the previous lives. Well, that's personal. If you, oh, I was talking about this. Yeah, the MIR-Method accesses this subconscious. And actually not remembering what exactly happened is a blessing. So if you don't remember what happened to you as a child, that can be really good, because it can be really scary to look back at it. All right, let's do the MIR-Method. I addressed with some examples the child pain in you, and I hope you could feel or recognize some of it. And we are going to do the MIR-Method now, focused on the child pain, which means we can take away some of the layers of the child pain, which means you can be more the calm, reserved adult that you really are, the strong person that you really are. And this will take away some of the causes of illnesses or diseases or depression or whatever is wrong with you. Not wrong with you, but which is disturbing your body. I'm sorry, didn't mean to say it that way. So whatever is bothering your body is what you can take away using the MIR-Method. All right, let's start doing it. Stroke your hand lovingly, softly, gently, as if you are stroking a baby, because we are looking at the baby time, the early childhood. And we start with step 1. Here we go. Optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detach father. Detach father. Detach father. Detach mother. Detach mother. Detach mother. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Fulfill basic needs. Fulfill basic needs. Fulfill basic needs. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. If you are yawning, that's so good, because it means you are letting go. That's pure healing. If you need to burp, like, you know that sound that's not very polite. If you need to burp, that means that something has been, how do you say it? Totally gone. So it's totally gone, so it's over. And if you need to sigh, like this, that's when your heart, sort of the burden goes off your heart. That's what it means when you sigh. All right. Did you notice anything while doing the MIR method? And please put a comment on the MIR-Method.com website /together. I really would like to know what happened, what you felt, and what country you are from. I really love to see that all the time. If you want to know more about the muscle testing and the techniques to use for somebody else, maybe you are willing to want to be a MIR Method coach, look at these courses that are on the website, Additional Techniques course and the Deep Understanding of the MIR Method course. Then you can learn how to do the muscle testing and find out what is the root cause with somebody's illness. So please have a look at that too. I think we need lots and lots and lots of more MIR Method coaches worldwide. All right. Okay. I think we have done an awesome job together doing the MIR Method, making this global network, so we were all intertwined, all these connections amongst each other. That's awesome. So then we can really do something and help heal the world. There are many groups healing the world at the moment. The energies on the world are really rising rapidly, so we are way on our way to a very harmonious, peaceful world. I am very sure about that. I wish your health will be increasing very much, and I hope you will find so much joy in your heart and enjoy every day that is given to you. And I hope you can be an inspiration for yourself and for your family and friends and children. I hope to see you again. Please keep an eye on the newsletter. Then I will announce what I'm doing and where I am again. Because in 2 weeks' time there will be no English webinar, but it will be on a different time. So please keep an eye on the newsletter. All right. Hope to see you again then. Until then, have it good. We say it in Dutch, have it good. I hope you will feel fine. Please drink water. And have a nice rest if you're really tired now. And if you have energy, then use it for good. Okay, thank you, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye.